intention is very key. It's very key. I had to do a follow-up video because educate yourself. Never go with a headline, always go with context. So what's the headline? Jonathan Majors guilty of domestic abuse. Boom. And then when you read, okay, reckless, he's guilty. But reckless, wait, hold on. What's that reckless bit? But it's very important because I think it is so key that you do your due diligence. So shout out to this dude, Nate the lawyer. I'll try and maybe put the video. I'll try and put the video below, or try and maybe put it in the recommended section and everything, man. So what is recklessness? Oh, no, sorry, intention. So there's a difference between intention and reckless. Jonathan Majors was found guilty of reckless aggravated assault in the 3rd degree. The key word there is recklessness. The harassment thing is nothing because it's not even a crime. It's just harassment. Oh, I'm annoying you. That's not a freaking crime. The crime is physical abuse from recklessness. So, give you an example. A guy's pissing me off. This guy's pissing me off. And I go and I punch, smack him and everything. I intentionally harmed him because as I'm punching him, my intention is to harm him. The guy's annoying me, and I'm like, go away. He's annoying me, and then I say, yo, go away. And in me saying go away, swinging my arm, not looking at saying swinging my arm, I injure him. That's me being reckless. I didn't intend to injure him. My intent was to be, yo, go away. But I created a situation by doing that which ended up in him being harmed. So it was my recklessness. Those are two very different things. So from what we're saying, remember that video that we saw? Him running away like Usain Bolt? So I think the jury saw that when they were in the car, her, and this I'm going to be the key here. Shout out to your boy Nate the lawyer. Her grabbing the phone, his property, because she thought he was looking at speaking to other girls. And then him taking the phone back and trying to get away from her and pushing her back, that may have caused her the physical injuries. And that was him being reckless because he didn't intend to harm her. His intention was, give me back my phone. This is my property, give me back my phone. But he created a situation that led to her being harmed. So two very different things. And shout out to Nate the lawyer. Again, you will see it in the video that I'll recommend afterwards, where he said that tactics of defense. Where they messed up was, bro, we have to save your Disney career. And the only way to save your movie career, your image, and your Disney career is we have to make you look like a saint and you're fully innocent. Which was hard to sell. The best thing to sell was, I think is what the point that Nate, the lawyer was saying, and people were saying on the news is, you have every right to use whatever force to take back your property. Like they made an example, if someone is on the streets, someone grabs her purse and she physically assaults somebody by taking back your purse, you're well within your rights. If someone is trying to steal my car, steal my briefcase, steal my wallet, and in me getting it back, I physically abuse you, I'm well within my rights. Because you're trying to take my property. You're trying to commit a crime. You're trying to take my property, and I'm well within my rights to use whatever force to reclaim my property. Now, they may say what force is proportionate. But if you have that basis that I'm trying to take back my property, because I'm trying to take back my property and well within my rights. So that's the crazy thing here, because I think that video is crazy. You see, for me, again, I may be wrong because my thought was the physical abuse happened somewhere at home and somewhere else where I'm like, okay, well, we don't know what happened. But if you're saying the physical abuse happened when in the video that we saw of him putting her back in the car, I'm like, bro, that is a whole different ballgame. Because yes, I caused you physical abuse, 100% yes. You were trying to take my property. So, you see, domestic abuse, why you have serious, like, I can't remember, there was, I can't remember the name of the NFL player. Because there was this NFL player and they actually showed the video where, typical argument you would have with your wife. Typical argument with your wife. And this guy who is an NFL player built like a freaking truck, beats her. And I'm like, there is nothing, there's no argument a woman can say that you, who is 5 times her size, 5 times her strength, physically beats her up. There's no excuse for that. So that's why. So that is the kind of classic domestic abuse where no, there's nothing a woman can say to you in an argument where you literally almost beat her to death. No, nothing. Like, so there's no coming back for that. There's no excuse from that. So that's that over there. So my thing here is, because again, the perception is very key, because I think everybody is just running with, oh my gosh, domestic abuse. So what the NFL players did is different. What I believe Josh Brolin did with Diane Lane is different, where nobody even talks about it. Where I think she called the police to the home and everything, and that will happen. So nobody even talks about it, because what I always found weird is that I've never heard of a domestic abuse case where the victim is chasing the perpetrator, and the perpetrator is literally running like Usain Bolt. So this guy who is Joseph Majors, the guy who did the domestic abuse, he's running away. And she is chasing after him and he's trying to get away. I've never seen that. I've never seen a domestic abuser who is running for his life, who is trying to get away from the so-called victim. I've never seen that. So that is why that video is so odd. Because, okay, you're the said victim, but you're literally chasing dude down, and you try to chase him down. So, but that's just very key there. Intention and recklessness. Those are two very different things. Because if he's guilty of recklessness, that's a whole different ballgame, because perception is very key. Because, bro, I'm sure that with Mel Gibson and his wife, or the stuff he did, that was intentional. The stuff he said about blacks, the stuff he said about Jews, the stuff about her, that's all intentional. So, and I'm sure a good friend, Roman Polanski, do you know Homeboy, who won an Oscar? He can't step foot in America. If he steps foot in America, he'll be arrested. He intentionally raped an underage girl back, I think it was in the 70s. That was intentional. So he knew she was underage, and he meant to rape a girl who was underage. So it wasn't like reckless or by mistake. No, you fully intended to rape her. So intention is, guys that do a crime intentionally and guys that do a crime recklessly, those are two very different things. They're both crimes. A crime is a crime. You know, it's like you're just driving, blah, 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 and then you hit someone. That's a crime, but that's reckless driving. That's careless driving. You know, you still, especially if the person dies or so forth. Like, the people who've gone to jail for a long time, because again, death is death. Like, crime is crime. Whether it's intentional or reckless, crime is crime. But they're two different things, because now this is about perception. It's still a crime. If you physically harm someone, that's still a crime. But they're two very different things, because it's not how you view them. Because it's like, that guy, there was a thing with Mike Tyson in the plane. This guy was just annoying Mike Tyson, annoying him, and Mike Tyson basically just beats him up. Yes, he intentionally went to beat him up, but when you just look at the context, I had due cause to beat him up. Hence why there is not a single person apart from that clown said that, oh no, Mike Tyson was in the wrong. Everyone is like, Mike Tyson wasn't right to beat him up. Because if you're annoying Mike Tyson several times, you deserve whatever comes to you, because you know who Mike Tyson is. So, because I just think I feel the narrative that's out there is, this guy's a horrible person. How could you beat on a woman? And that. He is not the classic domestic abuser who seeks to intentionally beat up somebody who is far weaker than you. That's a whole different kind of a demon. Though that's kind of a domestic abuser. This is recklessness, which is very different. Because if you put that whole thing out that you were being reckless, that's a whole different perception. But I don't think that is a perception that's been put out there. Very key. Like that video, subscribe, and head over there to the full video to explain this by Nate the Lawyer, where he really explains this in full. Good watch.